Jazzcast Pros.
Have you ever wondered if dozing off with the TV on is doing more harm than good? Stay with me to find out. Today, I'm diving into the latest insights on this habit and uncovering some game-changing tips to improve your sleep starting tonight. Hello, and welcome back to the Doze Podcast. I'm your host, Soda Kuczkowski, your trusted sleep coach and guide, here to help you optimize your day so that you can take back your night. In this week's episode, I'm shedding light or perhaps turning it off on a common bedtime habit, sleeping with the lights and TV on. So let's dive right into why embracing the dark might be the best thing you can do for your sleep. Now, I know it seems harmless enough, right? A little nightlight in the corner, maybe the glow of the street lights or your neighbor's outdoor lights seeping through the curtains. But what if I told you that these seemingly minor sources of light could be hindering, yes, messing with the quality of your sleep? Would you be surprised? This is because, as science tells us, our bodies are governed by a natural clock, the circadian rhythm. This rhythm is influenced by external cues, especially light. And at night, specifically, the blue light that emits from screens and LED bulbs, which can disrupt this rhythm by suppressing your body's ability to produce the hormone melatonin that's responsible for helping you to know when it's time for sleep. Now, you might be thinking, but Soda, I need a little light to fall asleep. It's comforting. It's what I've always done, and I get it. I really do. However, even the dimmest light can interfere with your sleep. This means it can take longer to fall asleep, and once you do, your sleep still won't be as deep as it could be. So when you get into this habit of sleeping with the TV on, it creates an association in your mind between the TV and sleep. This means your brain starts to think it needs it to fall asleep, which can really interfere with your ability to get the quality sleep that you need. First, because even when your eyes are closed, your body can sense this light and it can keep you in the lighter stages of sleep because all that flickering between the changing screens keeps you in a state of alertness. If you sleep with the lights on or in a lit environment, it's important to realize that your eyelids are not a perfect barrier to light. Even when your eyes are closed, light can still penetrate through the thin skin of the eyelids. This filtered light can be enough to impact both your brain and your body. Even with closed eyes, the light filtering in can prevent the natural nighttime dip in heart rate and blood pressure, as well as interfere with insulin regulation. So light exposure can affect your heart health and insulin sensitivity. The presence of light, even through closed eyelids, can also trigger a response from the sympathetic nervous system, that part of your system that controls that fight or flight response. This activation can lead to an increase in heart rate and blood pressure, as well as a reduction in the quality of your sleep. This is because the body remains in a more alert state. Rather than relaxing fully into a deep restorative sleep, our heart rate and our blood pressure are supposed to decrease during the night, giving our heart a much-needed rest. However, light exposure at night can prevent this natural dip, keeping your heart rate and your blood pressure elevated. And over time, this can lead to an increased stress on the heart and potentially increase the risk of hypertension and other cardiovascular diseases. Studies have shown that even the smallest amount of light can interfere with not just sleep, but is linked to several health issues. I'm talking about a higher risk of depression, an increase in anxiety levels, and even a potential impact on metabolic health, your waistline. There was a large observational study conducted in 2019 of more than 40,000 women that found that sleeping with a TV or light on was associated with a 17% increased risk of gaining 11 pounds over the course of 5 years. So are you surprised to learn how much it impacts? It doesn't just affect how much sleep you're getting. It's really about how well you're sleeping, as it's the quality of your sleep that can lead to you feeling off mentally and physically. Beyond the issue light causes with your sleep, there's also the factor of noise. Even if you just consider it background noise, your brain is still processing all those sounds. This can lead to more fragmented or disrupted sleep and ultimately leave you feeling unrested. And let's not forget about the content you're watching. If it's stimulating or stress-inducing, it can keep your brain active at a time when you really want it to start winding down. So breaking the TV sleep association can be a real game changer for your sleep quality. It might take some time and a bit of effort, but it's definitely worth it for the sake of better sleep. But here's the good news. There are solutions when it comes to creating the right environment and habits to sleep better. Remember, it's about creating a sleep environment that supports, not disrupts your sleep. So first, I want you to establish a pre-sleep routine that minimizes light exposure and sets you up for good sleep. That includes gradually dimming the lights as bedtime approaches to signal your body that it's time to wind down. Incorporate switching off screens from electronic devices like your smartphone, tablet, computer, which can emit that blue light that can significantly interrupt your 24-hour clock, that natural rhythm that tells you when it's time to be awake and when it's time to sleep. Try to avoid any screens for at least an hour before bedtime. But if you must use them, consider using something like blue blocker glasses or using screen filters. This is one of the habits that I find is harder to break with clients. At the Doze, we've created 3 pairs of blue blockers, red, amber, and yellow, depending on your habits before sleep and the intensity of light that you're exposed to. Now, it's important to know that not everyone has the same sensitivity to light, but if you're someone that's on the computer all day and on screens more than not, I found that using a tool like a pair of blue blocker glasses before bed can go a long way in helping to prepare you for the night ahead and creating healthier habits around sleep to better promote it. I know I miss my bedtime if I don't use mine. Next, control your bedroom lighting. You should aim for a dark sleep space. Use blackout curtains or heavy drapes to block external light sources such as street lights or car headlights. The darker the room, the better it is for your sleep quality. Even small lights from electronic devices like your alarm clock or charging indicators can be disruptive. So either cover up these lights, place them out of sight, or remove them from the bedroom. If you can't control the lighting in your bedroom, a simple trick is to use a sleep mask, which can be an effective solution. It blocks out the light and allows for that darker sleeping environment. But if you do need a night light for safety or comfort, opt for one with a red or an amber light. These colors are less likely to mess with your sleep compared to blue or white lights. And we've created one at the Doze that's perfect for making those bathroom trips or giving you enough ambient light without disrupting your sleep patterns. The right night light is a game changer, especially if you're trying to fall back asleep, and I'll drop a link to ours below. So by remembering to follow these tips, you can create a sleep-friendly environment that enhances your sleep quality and contributes to your overall health and well-being. Now, I know that transitioning away from sleeping with the TV on might be challenging, and if it's something that you've done for a long time, it's easier said than done, especially if it's become a habit. So for my sleep tips of the week, I've come up with some alternatives and tips to help you phase out of this association. So first, I want you to start gradually reducing the dependency on the TV. You can start super simple, just by lowering the volume each night until you can switch it to audio-only content. A suggestion I like to give is to throw a blanket or a towel over it to block the light. You have to start, take a small step each day towards reducing it. If phasing out the TV is challenging, considering using like a sleep timer. Most TVs have that as a built-in function now. And this way, the TV will turn off automatically, reducing its impact on your sleep cycle. Second, if it's about the noise, substitute it. If you don't like the silence, you're often looking just to fill it. I know personally as a light sleeper, not only do I like to use moldable earplugs as anything and everything wakes me up, I also like to have ambient noise when I sleep. So I use the sound from my air filter or a sound machine app when I travel and I'm away from home. For your best sleep, you want a soothing, consistent sound that can replace the background noise of a TV. Some options include natural sounds like rain or ocean waves, or there are a ton of free apps with brown and pick noise, which is great for deep sleep. You could also consider sleep-friendly podcasts or audiobooks, remembering to choose content specifically designed for sleep. Many offer calming narratives or sounds that can help you wind down without the stimulating light and the motion of a TV. You might also consider guided meditation or sleep stories. There are many that can relax your mind and ease you into sleep. And I'll drop some links for some options to try below. And lastly, practice deep breathing or relaxation techniques. They can be effective in preparing your body for sleep and reducing the need for any external stimuli like the television. One of my favorites to share is the progressive muscle relaxation technique. It involves tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups in your body. You can start at your forehead and work your way down to your toes until you just melt into the mattress. And it can be particularly effective in shifting your focus away from external distractions like your TV. Okay, dreamers, that is all I have for you this week. I hope that you found value in our time together today and that I provided you some actionable insights and motivation into learning how to keep your bedroom dark. Remember, breaking the association with sleeping with the TV will take time. Be patient with yourself and try different alternatives to find what works best for you. Until next time, thank you for listening. I'm back every Wednesday with a new episode, ready to share my knowledge and empower you to take control of your sleep. If you enjoyed what you heard, please subscribe to the Doze podcast and drop a comment to let me know what you want to learn about how to improve your sleep. I still have lots to share with you as we work together towards creating solutions around your unique sleep challenges and needs. Until then, Remember, you're pure potential if you change how well you sleep.